I say this all the time, but I'm like, you see these people that move through the world with such joy and expansion, and like you're like, wow, how is that person so fucking happy? And the answer is, if it's true, right? There are some people that kind of mask and pretend, and if you really pull back the layers, they're not actually that happy. But if you are coming across someone that is just genuinely like experiencing bliss and euphoria, that means that they also have the capacity to experience the complete opposite, and you can't reach the light without the darkness. And I think Burning Man is a wonderful example of that, where Burning Man is tough as hell. The terrain, the environment, getting there is hard, it's expensive, there's dust storms, and it's challenging. It is the most challenging thing you can, maybe not the most, but it is one of the most challenging things you can endure. And the reward on the other side of it, when you see that sunrise, when you stumble upon that set, when you see that magical art piece, and you're like, how the literal fuck did they get a 747 in the middle of the desert? Like, what is going on? Like, those moments are just, you worked so hard for them that they're even more magical.
Okay. Now I'm like, I have to go.
You gotta go.
Oh, you totally sold that on me. Amanda, what's keeping you up tonight?
I feel like people chase sex because it's easy, but they avoid true intimacy because actually being seen is fucking terrifying.
Oh, that hits hard. I feel like it's personal. I feel a little bit attacked.
Good. Good.
So wait, tell me more. What do you mean by true intimacy?
Well, I'll flip the question back at you. What do you consider to be intimacy?
Well, I feel like physical intimacy is a kind of intimacy. Like sex is intimate. But I feel like, the little things, like, like holding hands and like, I don't know, eating the leftover food the other person had left over, and, all these little things.
Do you feel like this is intimate right now?
Oh, it is. It is.
A stranger that I met on the subway invites me to her apartment via DM and says, hey, I have some pajamas for you and I want you to get into my bed and shoot a podcast with me.
Well, that sounds a little weird. I'm sorry that
I love it. No, I love it. But yeah, like I feel like, so my story with that, I'll backtrack a little.
No, we have to tell people how we actually met. This is a fun story.
Okay.
Yeah, no, wait, I think you came up to me. Did you come up to me, or did I come up to you?
Did we meet on the subway?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pre-Halloween weekend. Let's set the stage. It's 5 a.m. on the subway. Everyone's dressed in costume.
Well, not exactly everyone.
Us. Yes. You're dressed in costume with your friend,
yes.
boyfriend, partner, male friend. I don't know.
We'll talk after the pod.
Okay, so
and you are with your
I was with my friend Anna. And we were on the subway at like 5 a.m. It was after the City of Gods festival in New York City.
So fun.
Which was actually the best party I've ever been to. Honestly,
me too.
Like, literally, it was so much fun.
Was it your first time?
It was my first time at City of Gods.
Okay, me too.
But it was not my first burner party. Was that your first burner party?
What do you mean burner party?
So that was a Burning Man party.
Oh, I didn't know that was I didn't know that was like specifically a Burning Man party. I know there's like Burning Man stuff, but I didn't know it was like
so there was like, I think it was 8 different Burning Man camps that made up the party landscape.
Oh, really?
And it was I did so much research on this afterwards because I was just so blown away by the production of it. Yes. But it was House of Yes, which is the venue in Brooklyn, and then Zero Community, which was like another production company, and they collaborated. I'm pretty sure there was 8,000 people there. Like it was a massive production.
It was a big venue.
It was like a big venue, but it literally was like, it felt like Burning Man in the middle of New York City, which was like, I left the next day just being like, that was I've been to Burning Man. I've been to music festivals all around the world. I've been to so many different events, and that event literally blew my fucking mind.
That's literally what I've been talking to my friends about. Like now it's already, I don't know, like end of November. I'm still talking about
mid-November.
It's the mid-November. It's mid-November. Well, it's almost a month after that party, and we're still talking about it, like with all my friends. Like, what did you do for Halloween? Not as fun as me.
Did you go to Vampire Ball the next weekend?
No,
at
I
the same
didn't.
venue?
Did you?
Yeah.
How was it?
City of Gods was better, but Vampire Ball was at the same venue, and it was like that venue is just so fucking cool. Like, it's so cool.
No, okay. I have a story. So back to our story. Right. You finish the story, and then I'll tell you.
Okay,
more
so basically, we were at this epic party separately. Didn't know each other.
Yes.
We're on the train. My friend and I were on our way home. I was staying at her house. We were wearing these like bright ass fucking costumes. My friend like handmade her entire costume. She's wearing this bright yellow queen bee costume. I'm wearing this pink costume with fairy wings, and like it was to the point like our costumes were so ostentatious that people were stopping us on the streets and like asking to take photos.
Oh my God.
Like it was one of those nights where it was just like crazy. And so we're on the train. It's 5 a.m. There's like a couple of like normal people on the train.
Yeah.
Maybe people like trying to go to work because it's already the fucking next day.
I know. I felt so bad. People were like getting up at 5 a.m. to go to work.
It was like a very New York City moment. And we're sitting there, and we look across, and we see you and someone that you were with. I don't know who it was. We'll leave that anonymous. And you guys were dressed as clowns.
Yes.
And I think I asked if I could take your photo because you guys looked so cool. Yeah. And then I took your photo, and then you were like, oh, can you airdrop that to me? Airdropped it, did not exchange phone numbers. No. We had this like just New York moment on the subway, like saw each other. We're like, you're in costume. Were you at the same party as us? Yeah, cool. Like, it was such a brief moment.
Yes.
Cut to a week later. Well, after that party, I do content creation as a part of like the work that I do. And so I created a recap reel for City of Gods that the production company actually reposted. So it got like pretty wide range. It was like one of my most viewed reels I've had. And I think the algorithm fed you my reel. And then I get a DM like a week later from you. And it's like, hey, I'm that girl you met on the train. And then we started chatting. And I was like, yo, how did you find me? Yeah. Like, what the heck?
Well, thanks to Mark Zuckerberg. That's something good about social media. We can like actually find each other and connect with each other.
And now I'm in your bed in your apartment. And a month later, it's so wild.
I did not expect that. I was like, you know what's crazier? I was like, this is crazy that I'm already seeing this girl like on the internet that I just met like randomly on the subway, and you know what's crazy? I'm gonna ask her to be on my podcast.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck yeah. I saw your podcast, and I was like, I have my own podcast as well, but I love I have a lot of thoughts on like sex and intimacy and girlhood and all these different things. And that's not what my podcast is about.
Okay.
I touch on it sometimes, but I was like, ooh, an opportunity to get to like, this is an incredible setup.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Only a few months in.
Yeah. Well,
this is going to blow the fuck up. This is awesome.
I hope so. Thank you. I think you're definitely bringing the right energy to the podcast. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I there's so many details.
Let's go.
Sorry that we're like delaying on the actual like hot take that you have, but like
we got side railed. So I say with my friends, I'm like, what we do when we, because this is ADHDers, you guys will freaking understand, is we just keep opening up new tabs of the conversation. So it's like tab 1, tab 2, and then we can go back to the tabs. Yeah. So we have the opening tab, we have this tab, and then we go boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, we can come back to the tab of the like actual intimacy part, but yeah, it was like me and my friend we're like kind of fucked up. We're kind of like recovering from, because we were not sober at City of Gods, and like we saw you guys, which you are so pretty. I love the costume, I love the production of everything, and there's like one little detail that I like my friend wanted me to ask you, like, because I told him that.
Tell me. Let's go.
So there's like at one point there's like 2 Italian guys who were like tourists that came up.
Oh my god, I forgot about this.
Like, come on the train, and they just the two of you, like they were just sitting by the 2 of you girls, and they were like try to riz you up, and I was like, oh, it's cool. This is kind of cool. I don't know, like, what are they actually gonna do? But then you didn't end up going home with them.
No. Ew. No, absolutely never. No, these dudes. No, what had happened was, now I forgot about this.
Yeah.
They saw us from, because I said, like, our costumes were so, like all night people were stopping us and taking our photos. Like, so we'd become like little like local celebrities at that point. We were just used to it. And so these guys saw us on the train and they were like, hey, can we take a picture with you?
Oh.
And we were like, sure. So we thought they were going to like come over and like take a selfie and then walk away. And instead, these men literally like sit in between us and don't get up. And my friend and I are looking at, we were also completely sober.
Okay.
We were not fucked up at all. So we were sitting there and we're just like, this is so awkward. Like,
I was gonna like, do they need help? Do we need to like,
well, then they were trying to, and then they were trying to invite us back to their hotel. And I was like, no, thank you. Like, have a good night at 5 a.m. They're like, where are you guys going next? We're like, to bed. They're like, oh, you want to come with us? We're like, no.
Like, why are they out in the middle of 5 a.m. in the morning? Like,
I think they were like on holiday. I think they were little tourist boys. Like, I'm sorry, like that's not, no thank you. Like, it's not for me.
Okay, now we have the answer. That's like
that was the answer.
My friend.
That's funny because I actually forgot that happened, and my friend and I were just like, what? Like, this is so awkward. Like, get up. Like, don't, like, we're here. Like, what are you doing?
I kind of forget. Were they cute? I don't remember how they looked.
I feel like they were little. Like, I don't know. I'm older than everyone thinks I am. Like, I feel like they were little boys.
Okay. Like age-wise, not like height-wise.
No, like age-wise, I feel like they were young little boys. And they were like trying to, you know.
I kind of got that vibe, but it was funny.
I like grown-up men. Sorry.
Yeah, me too. Well, we'll talk more, but it was funny. It'll be funny if like
they see this.
Yes, a month later they're like,
you're like the pink. I was wearing pink, she was wearing yellow, and there was two clowns on the train. So if you are those foreign boys and you happen to see this clip, I'm so sorry, but like you shot your shot, and like I appreciate that, but
yeah, I hope you enjoyed the rest of the stay in New York.
I think they were leaving the next morning.
Oh shit. Okay, maybe that's why they're like trying.
Yeah. They were like, we have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Okay. Well, definitely. Well, I thought it was like, because it was right like the weekend before Halloween, so nobody dresses up other than the people who are going to City of God.
Correct.
So I felt really like self-conscious, like, because me and my friend, we both dressed in like full face paint clown.
You guys looked awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We put too much effort into this. Like,
no, it was, but that party was like the fucking Met Gala of Halloween. Everyone had such amazing costumes. It was so cool.
Oh, I saw so many people that I know that I didn't know they're actually cool. So it's like, if I see you at the party, at that party specifically, I know that you're cool. Like, we can
Did you watch Gossip Girl when you were younger?
I watched a little bit.
Okay.
Why?
It just felt like it was just, I feel like younger version of me would have been like, you're so cool. Like, it was one of those parties where it was just like, this is your life. This is so fucking cool. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, even if I'm not the younger version of you, I would still think you're cool.
Well, I mean, like, if like younger me met me now and I was like, yeah, like I go to these parties, I do this, I do that, I would just be like, whoa, you did it.
Yeah. I saw like, I think it's Broski, what's her name? Like another internet celebrity. She was talking about, she has a theory that everybody is still the 16-year-old version of them, that it just like it still has a little bit in them. It's like, you're so proud. Yeah, just like what you said.
And like the only people that you really want to impress from my perspective is like 8-year-old me and 80-year-old me, and nobody else matters. Truly, I'm like, if 8-year-old me met me now and thought I was cool, I fucking won. If 80-year-old me saw what I was doing now and was like, yeah girl,
yeah, why not? Okay, I want to know more about why you're cool. Like, you have to now 8-year-old and 80-year-old you think you're cool. I need to, like, I'm the next person you need to convince.
Okay,
please.
Well, what do you want to know? I'm an open book. Let's go.
Okay. Oh my God! Just tell me more about you. It literally, we just met on the subway. Like, this is the second time we are meeting, so I don't know.
We just met on the subway. So my name is Amanda. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Welcome to your bed. So my elevator pitch, I guess I could give you, like,
yes,
a little bit about Okay,
So professional. This is a comedy podcast, but it's okay. We love some professional.
well, listen. It's so I'm a professional intentional party girl. This is my
Professional intentional party girl.
I'm a professional intentional party girl. So I'm trying to figure out like fast forward, like long story short, I worked in entertainment for 10 years. I started in New York. I moved to LA. I was in LA for 6 years. I worked in talent representation and casting. I worked in Hollywood. I worked with some really big actors and was running a production company for an actor. And then
You're so cool. I'm already convinced.
and then I started doing like deep personal development work. We talked about this a little bit because I just came from a massive ceremony last night.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so I started doing deep personal development work in my early 20s and simultaneously started going to like big music festivals like Burning Man and things like that. And then May of 2023, I quit my job, packed up my apartment, put everything in storage, and began my adventures as a nomad to figure out like what my next chapter was going to be.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, what is deep personal development? What is that?
A deep personal development journey.
Yeah.
So I just started working on myself. You know, I recognized that there was a lot of unhealthy patterns and relationship loops that I was finding myself in. And in my early 20s, I was like, my things aren't going the way that I want it to be going, and I'm not feeling connected to people in the way that I want to be connected to them. And so I was like, well, the common denominator in all of the things that are happening in my life is myself. And so what can I do to make that better? And so I started talk therapy. And then that led to eventually I started like somatic embodiment work. So I started going to this thing called ecstatic dance.
Okay, you're throwing at me these words. I have no idea.
So somatic is like, it's like somatic embodiment work is like being able to move through your emotions. So dance is a really powerful somatic practice where sometimes, you know, cognitive behavioral talk therapy is like in your head, right? So you can have conversations and you can talk to a therapist about what you're going through. Somatic experiencing is you hold trauma in your body, right? Like your body is so intelligent. And so sometimes you don't need or you don't have the correct words to be able to process what you're going through. And so like animals, like if you read books on trauma and they talk about like animals shake to get like energy out of their bodies. And so humans do the same thing with movement. And so that's why like walking, running, dancing, like yoga, people really find these practices so helpful because you're able to actually process and like move energy through your body so that it doesn't get stagnant and stuck.
Oh, this is actually the first time I'm hearing this. This is fascinating. I feel like I need to move more. Maybe that's why. Yeah. That's like,
it's magic.
Sounds like it's going to be good for my mental health and everything.
100%. Like literally that's why it's like dancing. Like go out and dance. That's
why
healing.
we go to parties.
So why we go to parties. And then through that I started working with plant medicines. So I started going on a deep dive into my psyche through psychedelics and different types of plant medicines. And then since the nomad journey began, I started my own business. I have a company called Amandafest.
Amandafest. Is that also your podcast?
So Amandafest is a play on manifestation and festival. And my name.
Right.
It is, I have a podcast. I do content creation. I do workshops at music festivals where I help people. I do a thing, you'd like this a lot actually.
Yeah.
So I do a thing called a pre-game meditation at festivals.
Pre-game meditation. Okay, what is it?
So I go to music festivals and events and parties and I teach people how to drop into their bodies, connect to themselves so that they can come back to a place of safety. So the idea of it is get out of your head, into your bodies, clear on your intentions and ready to party.
Oh, I love that. How do you, is it like a guided meditation?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I love that. Wait,
with like house music, like it's fun. So if you're not someone that likes to meditate, it's like you come and it's high energy, it's fun. It's like we take some breaths together, we kind of feel into our bodies. I guide people through like setting some intentions, and then it allows you to go into the party experience. Just like, because think about it, when when you go out, like societally, we are conditioned to reach for things. You reach for substances, you reach for alcohol. You get to a party, what's the first thing you want to do? You go, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do. I'm going to go to the bar. You're like, I feel so,
yes.
It's like that feeling of like, or before you go out, you're like, I feel anxious. I want to take some shots. Like,
yeah.
So it's how can you get to a place where you don't have that anxiety? If you want to drink, fine. If you want to participate in substances, fine. I'm not anti any of those things. I am pro intentionality around all of these things. And with intentionality comes like connection to self. So am I doing it because I don't feel safe, because I feel uncomfortable, because I feel awkward, because I need to loosen up, because I can't? And now we're going to loop all the way back to the intimacy.
Okay. I love that.
Because if you don't feel safe within yourself, like how can you really feel safe to connect with someone else?
Right. Okay.
I'm like, I see the wheels turning in your head.
I am. Wow. I always thought I was ready to connect with other people, to be intimate with other people, but now I have doubts. I don't know if now I'm feeling like I need to go to one of your workshops to actually like feel connected with myself. So what's your best advice for, you just said I would like the meditation part. Why do you think I would like it?
Well, I think you would find it interesting. Like, because as we've been talking about this, it feels like that, you know, I'm going to project a little bit, but I'm getting the sense from you that there is like a curiosity and an interest in some, like, in, you know, all of these different words. I remember the first time I heard them, I was like, what is this world? Like, I don't know anything about this. What is embodiment? What is somatic movement? What is personal development? Like, I don't know. And, you know, the first thing is curiosity.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I feel like I literally just started partying in, you know, this June. So I'm like I'm very new, but I'm so curious. I'm so interested. I'm also very interested in Burning Man. I've never been to Burning Man, and I just learned that you have been like 3 times.
Yeah.
Which camp were you with?
So my first 2 years, I was with a camp called Celestial Bodies. And then my last year there, I was with a camp called Naked Heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know a little bit of Burning Man. I don't know too much. What would you say? How would you describe the experience of Burning Man? People always tell me that, like, I wish it's my first time going to Burning Man again. Like,
yeah. Burning Man is one of the most expansive experiences possible. I say you could travel, and you could travel all around the world. You could experience, you know, everything the world has to offer. Going to Burning Man is like traveling to another planet. So it's not a music festival. It is an alternative way of life. It's almost like an experiment. So it's based off of these 10 principles, and the concept is, what if society ran like this instead of the way that our society runs? And so it's 80,000 people in the middle of the desert. They quite literally create a town. Like, I mean, it's a whole world. And it is art, it's music, it's community, it's just some of the most brilliant minds you've ever met in your life. And it is one of those experiences that it's like opening up Pandora's box and you can't go back.
Is it like
in the best way?
In the best way. Is it like the first time? Can I compare that to the first time taking psychedelics?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, 100%. You go down the rabbit hole and there's no coming back.
I have one concern about Burning Man. Like, everything else sounds so fascinating. I'm so ready for anything, but like the camping part, like because I don't like camping. I don't know, like sleeping in the woods, and I don't know how, you know, it's just a little scary to me.
So
how barbaric I need to be.
Yeah, well, it's a high barrier to entry, right?
Yeah.
It's high risk, high reward. Burning Man is one of the most expansive, liberating, beautiful things that exist on this planet. And it is one of the toughest, most challenging, most confronting environments humanly possible.
Yeah.
It is not for the faint of heart. It is difficult, and you have to be willing to face that difficulty. But it's also a mirror to life, right? Like in order to, I say this all the time, but I'm like, you see these people that move through the world with such joy and expansion, and like you're like, wow, how is that person so fucking happy? And the answer is, if it's true, right? There are some people that kind of mask and pretend, and if you really pull back the layers, they're not actually that happy. But if you are coming across someone that is just genuinely like experiencing bliss and euphoria, that means that they also have the capacity to experience the complete opposite, and you can't reach the light without the darkness. And I think Burning Man is a wonderful example of that, where Burning Man is tough as hell. The terrain, the environment, getting there is hard, it's expensive, there's dust storms, and it's challenging. It is the most challenging thing you can, maybe not the most, but it is one of the most challenging things you can endure. And the reward on the other side of it, when you see that sunrise, when you stumble upon that set, when you see that magical art piece, and you're like, how the literal fuck did they get a 747 in the middle of the desert? Like, what is going on? Like, those moments are just, you worked so hard for them that they're even more magical.
Okay. Now I'm like, I have to go.
You gotta go.
Oh, you totally sold that on me. I feel like Burning Man or whatever, like City of Gods, need to pay us for this podcast. We're like shouting.
100%. Yeah. It's so good.
No, but they're actually good. Like, we're not getting paid. That's how you know it's actually good.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to open the other tab about intimacy. We got it? Okay. Could you repeat your line again?
Okay, so what was it? It was that people are more inclined to want to have sex than to actually experience intimacy, because really being seen is terrifying.
Oh, why does being intimate necessarily mean being seen?
Well, I'll kind of come back to where that theory came from for me. Is I used to use sex as a way to experience intimacy, because I was like so craving connection. Like, this is like, in my early 20s. I was just so desiring like physical touch and connection, and to feel closeness with someone. And at that time, the only way that I could think to achieve that was, I was like, all right, well, if I have sex with someone, then like I can stay the night and cuddle and like be close to them. But it was kind of all a facade, because first of all, there was always like alcohol or drugs or something involved, because it was college, and that's just how it was. That's what the hookup culture was at the time. And I realized like it wasn't actually connected. It wasn't actually like, there was no actual intimacy there. Just because you're having sex doesn't mean that you're connected with that person. And through the personal development work that I did, I'll like fast forward through some of it, but one of the discoveries that I had was, that through a series of incidents in my life, like I had become disconnected and dissociated with myself. And when I started doing this work, I came back online, and then I went back into dating, and like, I would be with someone and I would notice like they weren't looking at me, or they were like not present. And then I had
when you were having sex?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and then I had this download where I realized, oh shit, I've never been present during sex before.
Oh, so it's you.
It was me. And then I started to notice it within other people, and I'm like, wow, like,
what do you mean not present when you're having sex? How can you not be present when you're having sex? Like, you're thinking about like, I don't know, like White Lotus. I don't know. What do you mean by
like just not actually like being with the person that's there, right? Like kind of just going through the motions and like not really making eye contact. And like, some people are like, oh, I feel so awkward making eye contact during sex. Like I feel so uncomfortable. And it's like, because like when you're looking into someone's eyes, that is one of the most vulnerable things humanly possible.
Yeah.
And people avoid it, right? Like there's a practice in certain, in like some of the personal development circles that I do, called eye gazing. Have you heard of this?
Maybe.
So it's literally a practice where you and another person, it could be someone you just met, you sit like you know,
us?
like
Yeah.
but like you sit, well, we can't do it now with the cameras,
okay.
but like you basically like sit like, you know, straight on, and no words, no speaking, nothing, and just eye contact, and just like look into each other's eyes, don't say anything. And you'd be so surprised how like vulnerable it feels. And sometimes like people like within a minute will start crying.
Really?
Yeah.
So even like strangers staring at each other, like eye gazing.
Think about
at
it.
each
Think
other.
about how long have you just sat there and just looked into someone's eyes, not giggling, not laughing, not saying anything, just calmly. And then when you look into someone's eyes, it's like you can't hide. Like everyone has pain, everyone has trauma, everyone has stories and experiences, and when and like it's like I like I was in a workshop once, and we did an exercise where they were like, we had to answer the question like, what is your biggest fear and what is your biggest desire? And I like really thought about it, and I was like, fuck, my biggest
What is it?
my biggest desire is to be seen, is to like be connected, and my biggest fear was to be seen.
Really?
And I was like, fuck.
That's contradictory. What do you mean? Your biggest fear is to like.
Well, this was years ago.
Okay.
I've done a lot of work since then, but in that moment I recognized like that's what it was, and I was like, shit.
Wow. It feels like to me, from what you just described to me, and like whether it's your personal experience or your things that you know about in this community or these kind of practices, it feels to me that you're very connected with yourself. Like you're very in line with what you're like, you know, your inner self. That kind of reminds me of like this, I don't know, this one time I did like a hypnosis practice. Have you done that?
I have.
Okay, I'll tell my story and then you tell.
No,
Okay.
I want to hear yours. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go. Give it to me.
I'm still kind of you know, paranoid, like skeptical about it.
Okay.
Because I feel like it was me. Like the person actually came here, I think, and she did like a hypnosis on me, and I was like, it was like 4 hours in total, and I think we were first talking, and she was like, "What do you want to know? Like, what's your questions to your inner self?" And then when you're hypnotized, I can ask on your behalf to your inner self about these questions. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like the whole time I'm like trying to I want to believe in this, and I want to have this to work. So I give her a bunch of questions, and then I was hypnotized. She was like asking me what I'm seeing. And I think first it was, I saw like, I don't know, she made me saw like two like of my past lives. And I think one of them is like, I was like a rich Chinese family's like princess, like they're like a royal family's daughter or something like that. And another one, I'm like a businessman in like the UK, in like England.
That's cool.
I don't know. It was just so random, and I feel like part of me felt like it was in my head, like I just made that up with my imagination. But she was like, it was actually your past life. But anyway, like she was asking me, oh, why do you want? And then after the past life, she said, "Oh, you're already in the zone. Your inner self is speaking," and she was asking me all these questions that I prepared for myself. Like, I don't remember the exact questions, but it was more like, you know, like sometimes I don't feel that I'm gonna succeed. What am I gonna do? And like, you know, insecurities and basically my inner self was like, she's okay, she's fine, she's just thinking about it, but she knows that it's gonna be fine. So. And then I wake up, I still have memory of these, like me saying these.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm like acting as my inner self when I'm hypnotized and answering those questions. But she was like, this is such a successful session. I've never had like someone.
Cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is that your experience? Is that?
No, that's really cool. I mean, it's interesting that you use the word like, I don't know if I believe in it, because it's like, I was skeptical of hypnosis as well at the beginning, because I was like, I'm not gonna, like, you're not gonna like put me in a trance or whatever, but like really all it is it's getting you to a place of like such calm, and like getting your nervous system to a place where you're just kind of like in that realm of like in between states, that you're more like open and susceptible to being able to peel back the layers of what's really there under the surface.
So what was your hypnotize?
I did it a few years ago with a friend of mine. I have a hard time with visualization. Like my pineal gland is calcified, which
Pineal gland.
I say
I'm
a lot.
learning so much.
So your pineal gland is like your third eye. It's like the part where you can like see visions. Like if you close your eyes and like can imagine an apple, or like you can see, like I close my eyes and I see black. Like I have a really hard time seeing things.
Does it happen when you're like on psychedelics?
So it's hard. Last night was actually the first time in a very long time that I had visuals with eyes closed.
Interesting. Okay.
But it took a lot of substance for that to happen. like the most I've ever done in my life.
Well, I'm glad it was worth it and you're okay.
Oh no, it was a spectacular experience.
Yeah.
Like I'm a massive fan of psychedelics for personal development, and like I again, similar to hypnosis, when it comes to like something like psilocybin, for instance, the magic within it is that it's ego dissolution. So like your ego is the like the cognitive part of yourself that tries to like, you know, protect yourself and put things in boxes. And like when you let that go, and you're able to just like peel back the layers and just like come back to your true essence and your true self, and like let go of all the stories of like projections of what people have put onto you, and you're just able to be like, there's so much to discover there. Yeah.
So
I'm like, we need like 4 more hours actually.
yes. Wait, this is I can't believe we only have like 10 minutes left. That's crazy.
I know.
Time flies. Well, okay, I have a story. This reminds me.
Let's go.
This is a funny story. Okay, I'm trying to bring back the comedy part of the podcast. Okay, so one time it was actually on Halloween. I did something that I've always done. Like it wasn't my first time doing it, but I think I had an empty stomach, so it just hit me very hard.
Yeah.
I just had a bad trip, and that day was also the day of like, you know, changing the clock. So I was like, oh my god, my mind is racing. I'm closing my eyes. I'm seeing all these visuals. I'm like, when is it? Am I gonna be okay? Am I dying? Where am I? I can't feel my body.
Ego death, baby.
What is it called?
Ego death.
Ego death.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Tell me more.
Yeah, no, it's what we were just talking about. It's like where it's like this part of your, like the stories that you construct about yourself and all these things. This morning we were doing an integration circle, and the analogy of like fresh snow. So you know, like have you ever been skiing before, or snowboarding or anything like that?
Yeah, something like that. Not very much. Yeah.
So like there's like trails that people have gone down, and like you can keep going down, but when there's a fresh snow, you have unlimited options for which direction you can go, and this is like the rewiring of the neural pathways. So if you're stuck in a certain way of like, I am this, or I believe this about myself, or this is how it is, this is how it always has to be, when you participate in substances like psychedelics, they have the ability to help you change your fixed mindsets and open you up to new possibilities in really cool ways.
That's called ego death.
Well, ego death is like, it's death of self, or the self that you thought you were, right? And it's a process that like can happen again and again and again. Like right now you're like, I identify as this, and this, and it's like you can go through an experience, you're like, whoa, okay, that's not true.
Okay.
Next layer.
Is ego death something good, or
yeah,
okay, I'm
scary.
It is
terrifying.
Very terrifying,
because it's, as human beings, like we are designed to like we want to hold on to what we believe is true. So when we are presented with information that is opposed to our like inherent belief system, that is scary, really scary, because you're like, fuck, I always thought this, I always thought the world was this way, and then you're like, wait,
Yeah.
that's not true. And then some people want to reject that, and that's where people get stuck in like loops and patterns of not growing. Or there are people that are like, cool, I'm going to accept the fact that what I once believed to be true is not ultimate truth. And I'm open to new possibilities of what can be. And then that's how you're able to like expand. And that's where like the magic happens in my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, I am just literally experiencing this.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, this is so new to me, but I'm so excited. Yeah, but anyway, I was like on a bad trip, but it was so exciting. I was just on a bad trip because I was overwhelmed. It was so scary. And no, it was like I was like checking my watch, like when is it gonna end? I really need to like stand up and do stuff because I'm at a party. And I remember like I was like, oh, I'm gonna stand up at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then it's like, why is it like I keep checking?
Turn 2 again.
Yes. No, I turned back to 1 because it was like the daylight saving day. I was like, I'm fucked.
Oh no, this trip is never gonna end.
But I'm glad it did, and it was a fun experience. And I, like, my friend was like so worried, but I was a little worried. Then now that I'm thinking about it, was such it's like I'm having a third eye, seeing. Yeah, I don't know.
Your pineal gland was opening, baby girl.
My pineal gland.
I would just say, like, if you're ever in that experience again, like you're asking for any like tips.
Okay.
The most simple tip that I could offer you, anyone that's like having any sort of experience, whether it's with psychedelics or it's like you're at a party and you feel overwhelmed or any type of like stress or anxiety, breath. Come back to your breath. Literally, like we forget. We hold our breath. We hold, like, there's tension. If you can just, like, close your eyes for a second and just, like, and, like, I always like to come back to safety because I feel like when I feel anxious, it's because I don't feel safe.
Yes.
Right? And so coming back to breath and reminding myself that I'm safe, and even, like, tactical things like touching, like, you know, putting pressure on your body. I feel like for me, it's, like, here, like, right here on my chest. Like it literally fucking just brings me back and helps me to center and feel calm and safe within my body, and then it will allow you to feel like comfortable, and then that loops all the way right back to the intimacy. If you can come back to that, then now if I feel good, I can like be here with you.
Yes.
Versus me being like like you know, like, I could just like be present within my own body, feel really connected, feel really safe, and that will allow me to open up. It will allow me to connect deeper with you. It will allow me to connect deeper with the room, with the experience. It'll allow me to be more present and like actually enjoy where I'm at, as opposed to like being in my head and like having racing thoughts and like, oh my god, like is someone thinking of am I acting weird? Like, do they think I'm like, what do I do with my hands?
I feel that. Oh, wait, with the last 3 minutes, I do want to, because you mentioned this before, and it is something that I struggle with, and I do want some quick advice on this. Okay.
Let's go.
How do you be sober at a party? Yes.
This is it. It's you can be sober at a party.
I feel awkward.
Right. But why do you feel awkward?
I don't know. I feel self-conscious. Like I want to be dancing, but I'm feeling my body not like, I feel like I don't have the best dance moves. I feel like I look awkward, and I don't know.
So this is, I'm gonna send you the pregame meditation after. Anyone that listens to this podcast. If you DM me, I can send it to you.
Okay.
But this is the work that I do. This is what I'm so fucking passionate about.
This is what I'm asking.
But
like,
this is
oh
it.
My God.
But this is how you do it. It's connecting to yourself. It's coming back to a place of safety so that you can be more present, so that you can feel comfortable in your own skin, comfortable dancing, comfortable connecting. So breath, safety, and that's the secret.
Oof. I don't know. I don't know if I can. I'm thinking about me at a party, just like sober all by myself. I still feel like
It's work. It's practice. It's something that it's not going to happen overnight, but it's something that you can learn how to do. And if you follow me,
yes, link down below.
I will give you tips and tricks. This is literally what I'm so passionate about. And this is why I'm like an intentional party girl, because I want my like mission in life is to help people learn how to come back to that place of safety within themselves so that they can experience the joy and the play and the pleasure of life. And again, not that you like have to be sober forever, but knowing that you can do it sober, knowing that you don't need the substances in order to get to that place will unlock so much for you. And then again, looping it all the way back to the question at the beginning, it's feeling connected, feeling safe within yourself will then allow you to feel safe enough to connect with other people, to connect with the moment, to connect with your environment. And it's work, but it is absolutely possible.
I believe it's possible. How do I practice?
Breath. Come back to your breath.
Okay, let's end the podcast with a little bit of breath work. Could you lead us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, beautiful. All right. So I invite you to close down your eyes.
Okay.
I like to put a hand on my heart and one on my belly, just to connect to my body, and just take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. And as you're breathing in and out, in through the nose and out through the mouth, I want you to just notice what is alive in your body right now. Noticing any sensations, any places that you might be holding tension or stress. Just noticing those places in your body, not judging them, not trying to change them, just bringing awareness. And with your inhale, I want you to think of an intention. So something you want to be filled up with, you want more of. Maybe that's safety. Maybe that's calm. Maybe that's presence, whatever it is. Imagine as you breathe in through your nose, you're breathing that sensation in through your whole body. And on the exhale, you're releasing anything that is not in alignment with that. So any anxiety, any stress, any fears, you're literally exhaling that through the breath. So just a few breaths with those thoughts in mind. Inhale with your intention. And let it go. And two more just like that, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose. And on the last one, feel free to shake it out, make some noise. Get into your body. Welcome.
Wow.
How you feel?
I feel better. What?
So simple.
That's magical. Thank you
could
so
do it
much,
anytime,
baby
yeah.
girl.
Can I give you a hug?
Yes.
Yeah. Yay, we did it.
I feel so connected with you. Oh,
Fun. Intimate.
yes, intimate. Wow.
Great.